Detective Talk of the Day, 4:28 a.m. Central Standard Time. You know, I don't sleep much, boys. Never have. For you all that are interested, evidently, now I'm not fooled with it, this Go Terrain app for the US DS2 owners is available, evidently. Okay? You might want to give it a look. Alright? I don't plan on fooling with it. I don't even have cell phone service where I live. You got to go up on way on top of these steep ass ridges up in here to get cell phone service. But you can often give it a look. You know, I did a video some time ago, and you all may be interested in this. I did a video some time ago. It's been quite a while. And I made the comment in that video that I thought it would have been nice for XP if they would have put a menu tree, a nice menu tree in their user's manual. Okay. Help people navigate that machine, get them up to speed with it faster. Well, there's a gentleman, if you'll look around on there's one form, I won't mention it. He's done a menu tree. Okay. So you look around and find that, you know, it might help you as a new user of that machine, or if you plan on buying the DS2. I'm not telling you to buy a DS2. Okay? Now, later today, maybe, I'm going to show you a few other things, and the new users of that machine I think will benefit. I've sort of hinted at this a couple of times before, even talked about it. Okay? Talking about that iron tid on that machine. I believe a user, especially a new user, could be misled with that machine. Okay, you could be using that machine for a while and you could be misled. And those versions, when you update your machine, you know, that iron tid is on some and off on others by default. You can still turn it on. Okay. Now, you know, I've put in quite a few recommendations to XP. Some of them are not even my own. I just relayed them. That's the kind of person I am. Okay. When that machine first come out, boys, old Sharpshooter was on the ball. Okay. And old Sharpshooter helped XP test some of that machine later on with some of these newer versions too. You know, I got to see that machine, and you know, the way old Sharpshooter does things, you know, he found stuff that evidently nobody else had found. Okay, because I was using that machine, testing that machine. Okay, oh yeah, I had it on that phone too. That's actually how I discovered a few things, a few real important things, okay, that were corrected. So that's who I am. I look at these machines real close. Now, question. If you were going to go out to a site with that machine, and you were going to purge a site with iron of all non-ferrous targets, which would full tones be the best option? Well, I say no. I say no. But I do believe this. I think it would be nice if that machine had selectable offset on it for the full tones. If it had selectable offset, the answer to that question might not be no. It might be it's a tie. It's a tie, maybe. Pitch tones may be the best choice to purge all non-ferrous targets out of a side, in my opinion. Okay. But that offset for that full tones on that machine, remember, it's offset across the board. You know what I mean? That number 1 and 2 in that machine are real important, boys. Okay? You'll see this as you use that machine, by the way. It's just it never was talked about. You know? And I can give you a few demonstrations pretty quick to show you. It's like, oh, look at there. That damn number's in the screen. Now, I'm also going to show you, you know, there may be some people out there wondering, you know, and it is a little deceiving when you look at that machine and you test it. You think, well, what did XP do with this version 100? And what did they do with this sensitive FT, which I guess is sensitive FT in 110 and 200 is a program out of version 100. So what, you know, what did they do? What were they up to? Well, I can show you a test that might sort of shed light on that, okay? After something I seen yesterday, doing some testing. And again, it ties back in to having that iron tip on versus off. I believe a user can be more misled with that machine running that program, sensitive FT, with iron tip off. I believe you'll dig more iron with it off versus on. If you start paying more attention to the behavior of that meter. You know, we've always, you know, people, you know, well, you got the audio is it. The audio is it. You'll hear that talked about. Well, I still agree with that. But there is some connection with how that machine's meter is behaving. Okay, so yeah, the audio is it. Well, you'll get to see maybe in this test when I show it. Pretty simple test. And we'll look at maybe compare it to the FAST program. Can I get the FAST program to do what the sensitive FT is doing on this test? And if so, what do I have to do? I'm not sure I can get it to actually mimic it. I might can, but I'm not sure. I've seen this in the past doing some tests, but not on this particular test. Alright. So yeah, there's a lot of data with that machine that's there. And you know, most people are keying on, okay, well, what's in my headphones? Well, I get that part. Yeah, sharpshooters like that too. You know, but you get the, you know, you get the total picture, the total package. The meter on that machine is actually telling you more than what you actually think. You know? And that number 1 and 2 comes into play. And I'll remember, I guess I'm telling you right here, you know, we'll look at this in this test. You know, when you turn that iron tip off, that damn number 1 and 2, you don't get to see them. I don't guess you get to see those in that meter. How about that? That's the part of the being misled part I'm referring to earlier in this video. Okay. Yeah, and I did a test yesterday. It's a safe bet. You can't declare a site DS2 dead running just a fast multi-frequency programs on that machine. Can't necessarily declare a site dead, and vice versa. You wouldn't declare a site dead running that machine in mono program. Okay, so you'd actually have to run both in a site with high iron to declare it DS2 dead. Now, you'll have some people out there argue with me about this shit. Well, I put a video up yesterday and you can clearly see what could happen to you. Okay? And there may be some people out there that's tried this. Like, well, how do I fool this damn fast multi-frequency? Meaning, how can I make the DS2 hit a target in mono and not hit it in fast multi-frequency? Well, there's one example I did yesterday. That could be in the wild. That scenario. Now, there's probably others too. Okay? So I think that's just about gonna do it, but it'll be later today maybe, I don't know yet. As far as me going down to my site I've talked about, well, I got a friend that's wanting to come over here and detect, who's got some vacation time, and I've been giving it some thought, and I may defer till he can go down there with me. He may want to see this, depending on what happens, you know, running this bird dog in this high iron sight, a form of bird dog. Now I'm gonna run that machine maybe some other ways down there too, depending on how long he and I are down there. Okay. So I hope everybody has a nice day. It's warm here this morning. High here about 77 today. I hope everybody has a nice day.